hello there, and welcome to the first episode of South Asian Wedding Guru. My name's Amy Regeti, and I'm going to be your host throughout this journey with me as we talk about the kaleidoscope of events that are going to take place from the time probably before you get engaged, all the way throughout your whole wedding planning process and thereafter. Who really thought of it? But the wedding photographer is one vendor that's with you all the way throughout the process, even far beyond the end of it. We usually get the full gamut of what all of our clients are thinking post-wedding, because after everybody's gone, the planner, the venue, the cake, the decorator, they're all gone. We're still here fulfilling orders for images. I want to say that we're almost the last point of contact for the client before they really get on with married life. You know, wedding images can take anywhere from 6 to 8 to 12 weeks to be delivered. A video sometimes even longer. And so we do get that extra added intel that a lot of other vendors don't get, because we hear a lot from the back end from our brides about what it is they could have did differently, wished that they had did differently. And moving forward, I think every one of our brides has sat back and said, I could be a wedding planner. But I promise you, there is no small feat to being a wedding planner. I myself am going through the whole course process to become a certified planner with no plans on becoming a planner. The whole idea behind it is to kind of educate myself from start, finish, behind the scenes, the things I don't see that planners do, to really be able to take this podcast to a whole different level. My idea behind this podcast is really my dreams that I never got to see come through because of all of you. And I think that ultimately the goal, with all the support of the followers that I will gain along the way, I'd like to sit here and have a candid conversation with Sabyasachi and ask him if he's ever worn one of those dresses my girls put on, because damn, they're heavy. When I have to pick them up and sit them on top of a bed, or if I have to hang them somewhere, there's not even a hanger that can hold the weight. So maybe even talk to him a little bit about including something special in there for our girls that will actually allow that dress to hang beautifully for you guys to be able to have portraits of it actually hanging rather than ornamentally laying on a bed or having to be in it and having just shots while you're in it. There are just so many things that I would love to talk. I mean, this podcast can grow exponentially with every one of you adding to my followers. It's just going to make it that much bigger. All the trips to India I wish I had gone on, but couldn't, because you go there and you've got all this obligatory family stuff to take care of that you never get to go where you really want to go. I'm hoping to be able to do a lot of that. One person that I have admired along my journey as just being married into the culture is, I'm a big Shah Rukh Khan fan. I'm not going to hide it. I feel that I love the fact that he is also interfaith married. I love the fact that he came from pretty much nothing and was self-made. I love that for him. And I love the fact that all of India in some way or another respects him. And that just goes so much to show, like, back then when it wasn't something that was highly looked upon, he went with his gut and he did things. And I kind of have a little bit of that in my own marriage myself, having obviously not had an arranged marriage. And my husband was born, raised, educated in India. My in-laws still live back there. Sadly, my father-in-law has passed away. But these are all things I feel like I've benefited from, because I am not a Regeti by chance. I'm a Regeti by choice. And that was eloquently spoken by one of our greatest friends, Andrew, who I love so much and feel like he's such a dear friend. One day he just looked at me and he was like, girl, you need a shirt that says Regeti by choice, not by chance. And I love that idea. It resonated with me. And I said, you know what? That's so true. And so from someone who was coming in and didn't have the planned wedding or anything like that, and I tended to value it a little more because I felt like I needed to know and prove myself to be capable of living this life as my husband's wife, you know? And so for all those reasons, we really got pushed into wedding photography, because the first time I saw an Indian wedding, I was like, okay, now that's something I could photograph. And so Srinu and I started photographing Indian weddings, and before I knew it, that was my bride. That was who I resonated with. That was the person that I got, and they got me. And before you knew it, we started our company in 2005, and here we are in 2024, outliving most within this realm of the wedding business. And so with that said, my thought has been, what is the next season of our lives? What is it that we could do? What is it that I could talk about that I'm so passionate about that I could possibly never shut up? And that would be South Asian weddings. Not just the planning, but the vendors. Like, we have a whole vendor family that has literally become our actual family, because when Srinu and I had gotten married, we didn't have a lot of common friends. Some of our friends even were no longer friends with us because what we were doing as a couple, being married together, was just uncomfortable for them. So it's not that they said good riddance or goodbye formally. They just didn't come around. They didn't make us part of their lives. So a lot of the friends that we have not only are from the wedding industry, but they're friends that we've accumulated along the way that have had some part in our journey with whether our kids or ourselves or our business. And I feel like all of that, my knowledge inside here about pujas and weddings and Gauri pujas and mandaps and decor and what is the idealistic layout for a wedding day through my eyes, and being able to walk you guys through with lots of great projects that I have coming ahead, with things that I want to do and be able to provide for you to allow you guys to become the wedding guru I know you guys can become as you plan your own weddings. So I'm going to ask you guys to please subscribe, like, share, follow us everywhere. Please, if you have a friend that you feel could really benefit from this channel, I'm going to ask you guys to spread this like ladus at the wedding, because I really do need your support, your love, your encouragement, and your blessings to make sure that this channel is an ultimate success. So until my second episode, which will be my official Let's Get Into It All episode, I can't wait to see you guys behind the lens.